Stepping into the garden now, finding yourself in the most perfect space to represent your psyche and soul, a place of pure love and understanding. And as you settle into this space, I want you to look around and tell me what you see or experience in this space.
It's actually a rainforest and not a garden.
Beautiful. What do you see in this rainforest or feel?
I'm sitting on a rock. There's trees with really big, thick green leaves. They almost look like rubber. They're really shiny. I can hear insects and birds. When I look up, the trees are so thick I can't even see the sky, so it feels almost like you're in a room. And the dirt, it's almost black.
In this forest, I want you to tune in very deeply to this forest. Connect very deeply. Tell me what this rainforest represents for you.
Feels like a metaphor for how my heart and my brain feel crowded, and there's a lot going on. Almost like there's no space for anything else.
Mm-hmm. And let's explore that crowded feeling. What do we need to know about this crowded feeling? How can we make more space?
It's not always a bad thing,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of times there's no room for new.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to cut back the foliage to be able to see up to the sky, because it's important to be able to see the sky. It's important to let the sun in. The bottom of the forest gets stagnant when the sun can't shine in. So it's important to prune away things in order to let new in. You have to have space for the new.
And is cutting back some of the foliage something that you need to do now?
Yes, there's a lot of things that need to be let go.
Mm-hmm.
This is mostly things that don't matter, things that I hold on to just because I always have. They're things that don't matter.
Yeah. And are any of these things that you're holding on to, are they old beliefs, programming that we can release today?
There are beliefs in programming that I've shaken off
Mm-hmm.
that don't have a hold of me anymore, but they still hang around.
Mm-hmm. Still taking up space.
Things that I've worked through that don't affect me anymore per se, but they take up space so that new things can't flourish.
Yeah. And do we need to understand anything more about them, or can they just be released?
They can all just be released.
And
It's things that have been worked through. It's sort of like a dog that's just shaking off dirt or water. It can fly off freely, but the dog has to actually shake in order for it to happen.
yeah.
There hasn't been the shaking and the letting go.
So I want you to see yourself in that forest. All these old beliefs and programming that you've worked through are going to appear on your skin like water droplets from this rainforest. They're going to rise to the surface of your skin. I want you to see yourself just shaking them off, letting them go. These water droplets will fall to the ground, feed the soil. Archangels will assist in removing any past programming, limiting beliefs, or negative thought forms that need to be released. And you're going to see the trees begin to cut back, a little bit more sun shining through down to the forest floor. Let me know what you feel or experience as you do that.
It's like somebody turned on music and I'm just kind of running around in circles and shaking things off.
Good.
Some of the drops that fall off are like very large, big, giant droplets.
Good. Just let me know when you're finished shaking that all off.
It feels like I'm done.
Good. And is there anything else we can do in this space to help create more room for the light to shine through?
Now this will create enough space.
Good. So I want you to now tune into your body. We're just going to check to make sure that there's no devices or implants in your field that should no longer be there. So tune into your body and you'll see anything, any devices or implants light up, and your awareness will be drawn to them. Let me know if you find anything.
I keep being drawn to my throat.
Good. So let's tune into that throat area. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to come in and protect that area and place your full awareness on your throat. And if there's any devices or implants, you'll gain the awareness of why they're there, what they're doing. Tell me what you know or understand about this area in your throat.
Feels a little like a lock.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like dark. Feels like it was placed there purposefully. Oh, it could have been by me.
Mm-hmm. And do we need to understand why you placed it there? What happened?
I'm not getting an answer as to why.
Does it feel like you need to know why?
It doesn't feel like I need to know why. Oh, I think I asked for it. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't place it there, but I asked
Yeah.
for it.
And do you have a key to this lock?
Yes.
So I want you to see the key to this lock appear in your hand. And do you see the key?
Yes.
So I want you to take this key, take it up to your throat, and unlock this lock on your throat and tell me what happens.
It was like a door. It looked like a door that opened, and it looked like just hearts
Hmm.
flying through the door after it's open, just hearts.
Beautiful. And so do you feel the lock is fully unlocked and removed?
The door's fully open.
Good. And I want you to see some blue light just flooding into that throat area. Filling that throat with blue energy, strength and integrity in the throat chakra. Letting the throat chakra know that this door is fully open. And now tuning into your body again. Do you feel like there are any other devices in your field that need to be removed?
I hear yes, but it's almost like I'm blocked from being able to see where they are
Mm-hmm.
or know where they are.
Mm-hmm. So let's come back to that. Right now, let's investigate any blocks to your clairvoyance, your clairaudience. Do you see any of those blocks? Feel any of those blocks in your body?
I feel like it's around the entire head area.
Mm-hmm. So tuning into that head area, I want you to gain an awareness of what is there. Is it an attachment, a block from a past life or lives, stuck energy?
It's, I want to call it a fog of unawareness, like a muffle, like a muffle on all the senses in the head. All the all the senses are working, but it's like an energetic muffle,
Mm-hmm.
almost like earmuffs that could be placed even over the eyes, over the mouth, just an energetic fog.
Mm-hmm. And where did this energetic fog come from?
Feels like I want to say my guides,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't tune into the reason.
Okay. So let's see if we can see that root cause of this muffle. So I want you to allow yourself to float back through time and space. Just float back to time and space to the root cause of this muffle on your senses, why it was needed. Floating back in time and space. And allow yourself to look on as an observer to what caused this muffle to be placed or when it was placed. Let me know what you see or feel.
I'm seeing between lives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing a discussion with my guides after a particularly hard life. I was overly sensitive in that life, energetically very sensitive, and it got me in a lot of trouble in that life.
Yeah.
So hard. I learned hard lessons, and I asked them from then on to help me muffle or hold back
Yeah.
my senses every time I incarnated after that.
Yeah. And do you feel like it's time to release this muffle?
Now's the best time to release the muffle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they would have listened to me and agreed with this.
Well, let's ask your guides. Just allow your higher self, your guides, to tell you why they agreed this was necessary. Tell me what they say.
Because just like all souls, this soul has free will, and this is what she chose to experience in many incarnations. She chose to keep experiencing this. It was just part of her lesson, part of her story.
Yes.
Free will's the most important.
Yes. So I'm asking this one's guides now, her higher self, to remove this muffle and to channel in any light that's needed to help fully remove this, clear this muffle away from this one's senses, allowing her to fully access her gifts now because it is safe to do so. Let me know when that's fully gone.
After they wiped it away, I opened my eyes and it was like, oh, hello, there you are.
Good. Amazing. Now allow your awareness to return back to that rainforest. Tune into your body again. Any devices that we need further understanding about to remove, allow your attention to go to where they are located. If there aren't any that need further understanding, I'm going to ask the archangels to make sure any other devices, implants, or AI that are no longer necessary or for this one's highest good to be removed. Do you feel any other areas that need our attention?
Doesn't feel like it.
Mm-hmm. Good. So I want you to tune in to your neck and jaw pain, the right side of your neck and jaw pain. Is there anything we need to understand about this? Do we need to understand the root cause?
This is partially a physical manifestation of the stress that she feels when she's busy in sleep time.
Mm-hmm.
This pain is the worst in the morning. That's because all night she's busy, especially now. It's very stressful. All the light warriors are on guard. They're busier now more than ever. That's why it's been in her awareness a lot more.
Yeah. Is there anything
This
else?
is
Go ahead.
this is something that she can set intentions for before she goes to sleep, that her physical body get rested and restored and not feel the physical effects of her energetic work. When her light body is off doing what it needs to do, she can set the intention that her physical body does not feel the effects.
Good. Thank you. And now, is there anything else we need to do in this rainforest? Any other understandings that we need? Or are we ready to portal to the Galactic Council of Earth ship?
They just want me to know that I can come back to this place and prune the leaves as needed.
Yes. Beautiful. So now I want you to see a portal open up in your heart space in this rainforest. And this portal will take you to the Galactic Council of Earth ship. This starship is a ship of the all and can be ever changing depending on your healing needs today. You may not see the ship as I see it and should trust your first impressions and sensations. If you do not experience or feel much, that is okay. Know that you're still receiving the healing that you need today and allow yourself to create the experience that you desire. So now step up to the portal, and as I count from 3 to 1, you will be portaling up to the ship. 3, stepping into the portal. 2, traveling through time and space. And 1, arriving at the ship now. Allow yourself to integrate. And tell me what you see as you arrive at the ship.
Well, I'm in a weird spacesuit.
Good.
It's like a bubble looking area. A little, not little, almost like I'm in a bubble and there's a being
Mm-hmm.
standing in front of me. It feels like it's so bright I really just can't see it. I don't feel like I'm acclimated, maybe, to be able to see it in detail. He just looks very bright to me.
I'm going to ask this being to kind of dim the lights a little bit and help you adjust to this space. Allow yourself to integrate fully into this space. The lights are dimming. Let's tune into this being and place your full awareness on them. Well, what do we need to know about this bubble?
He feels like the welcoming committee.
Yeah.
He feels like welcome back. We missed you. It's the bubble areas like receiving.
Mm-hmm. So allow this being to walk you through the ship into the most perfect healing space for you today. And once you get there, tell me what you see.
Okay, he looks like a mantis.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like a mantis, but maybe not quite. Like a,
Mm-hmm.
he's really graceful when he walks. Almost like he's not even walking. I don't think he's walking. And now we're in an area like that. The first thing I notice is that it has no corners.
Yeah.
Everything is flowing, sort of round. Everything, nothing impedes the flow of energy in this space. Everything is mm, aerodynamic, I
Mm-hmm.
want to say. The flow of energy is constant in this area. So there seems to be no corners. Strange looking. And bright.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And do you see a healing bed or chair?
Yeah, yes, it almost looks like an altar, like a stone altar, if that makes any sense.
Yes, yeah.
It reminds me of like the big stone altar that cracked in the movie Narnia
Mm-hmm.
with the at lion, Aslan, the lion, and the big stone altar. It's almost like what it looks like.
Yeah. And do you feel you need to get on this healing bed, the stone healing bed?
Yes, the being is telling me that it's mine. I
Yeah.
need to lay on it.
Good. So proceed to go over to the bed and lay on it. And as you do, you'll gain the understanding, or the being will tell you what this bed is helping you with today. And what do you tell me what information you receive?
Well, it's not cold like I expected it to be.
Yeah,
And somehow it doesn't hurt to lay on it, even though it's hard.
yeah,
He says I can think about pulling the cover over
yeah,
to seal me into the bed. It's like it's like sparkly crystal.
yeah. So you'll see the crystal cover come up and over and seal you into the bed. And once this crystal cover comes over, the energy from the stone and the crystal will help with any frequency adjustments that you need. Tell me more about what you're experiencing.
Well, he tells me that it's going to adjust the frequency of my senses
Mm-hmm.
so that I'm not overloaded now that the fog is gone.
Good. And will it help remove any of more of those stagnant energies that needed to be released today?
It's going to work on stagnant energy in the hips
Mm-hmm.
and the knees and the feet. It's going to, he says, shine up the heart center.
Good.
He says, jog loose things in the memory. So it's going to work on the brain.
Good. And what are you feeling while this bed is making these adjustments?
There's a lot of heat in my heart center. Lower body is like energized, almost like I want to run.
Yeah.
He says the stagnant areas of my lower body were keeping me a little bit stuck, not a lot stuck, not holding me back from my path, so to speak, but holding me back from releasing all the stagnant energy that my body holds on to. It settles all into my hips and my legs and my feet. This is what causes the swelling in my legs, and this is all due to just stagnant energy, and the more that it collects, the less that I want to move.
Mm-hmm.
And movement is what I need to release the energy. But it also makes me feel heavy so that I don't want to move.
Yes.
So it's helping with that. Releasing energy physically is more important than I think it is.
Yes. And will this also help with your energy levels, feeling like you have more energy to do things and move?
Part of the energy problem is the stuck, stagnant energies that accumulate from constantly clearing others.
Yeah.
It all settles down in the lower body for me and creates swelling. The movement will help. You have to release energy to feel energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting.
Yes. Very good. Is there anything else we need to understand about what this bed is helping you with?
Oh, it's working on my eyes.
Good.
The vision is inconsistent. It's helping to regulate. I'm trying to see into other dimensions,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm beginning to be able to see into other dimensions. But I'm not quite there, so I'm stuck in between, and this causes the vision impairments. This sometimes can cause double vision. You're seeing two of something because you're seeing it in two different dimensions at the same time.
Yeah.
Things sometimes look fuzzy because you're not quite tuning into its dimensional properties good enough. You're so when I am looking at something and it's very fuzzy, I'm not tuning into its full dimensional properties, only some of them.
Mm-hmm.
So this causes the blurriness.
And how is the bed helping with that?
It's less about the vision and more about the third eye.
Good.
This will help my third eye be able to perceive fully what I'm trying to tune into on a dimensional level. My vision is just, it only seems like it's my physical vision. It's really not.
Yeah. As it works on your vision, we also wanted to ask today about your Kundalini energy, if that's ready to be awakened or needs any adjustments.
There are no blockages there. This energy in the past has risen as far as the solar plexus. There's been a block in the solar plexus. that always stops this energy from rising. This she feels in meditation a lot when she's feeling the energy rise and then gets hit with big waves of nausea. This is the block in her solar plexus. She hasn't tried this for quite a while due to this physical discomfort. But she will find that she has worked on this block and it is now gone.
Good.
She won't feel this discomfort anymore when she attempts to help her Kundalini rise.
Good. And is there any other help that this bed can provide to help her release weight? Is that needed?
She's ready to release. Her body's ready to release. She finds comfort in the earth food when she is feeling this stagnant and stuck energy. The stagnant and stuck energy that she feels in the bottom half of her body. She deals with this stagnant, stuck energy by eating because it helps her to feel grounded, because she's clearing others' energy so rapidly, so often, almost constantly, clearing other people's energy. She feels stuck up in her upper chakras, so she eats to ground her energy. This She eats to ground this energy in, but this also keeps her stuck and stagnant. This contributes to her feeling stuck and stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
But she welcomes the feeling of being weighted down after constantly clearing others' energy. It's almost like a weight that holds her to the earth because she's in her upper chakras so much, clearing others, that she welcomes this weight that holds her down to the earth.
Yeah.
But she needs to move that energy and process that energy. Otherwise, it stays stuck and stagnant and weighs her down. And while she does want to feel grounded, and we agree that's a good thing to feel grounded and not always stuck in your upper chakras, she does need to release it.
Good. And is there any other healing that this bed is providing that we need to understand?
I'm not getting anything else.
Good. And I want you to tune in maybe to this being or your higher self, because I'd like to ask your other questions, and I'm wondering what the best way to do that is. For some reason, a screen was coming to mind for you to see some of the answers. I don't know if that was just me.
Huh. He's pulling a screen down.
Good.
He's clapping like he's excited. Like, you read my mind.
Good. So let's explore some of these questions you have. We're going to allow the answers and information to come up on the screen. So you'd like to explore your soul relationship between you and your sister and what your story is. So tell me what you see, what you hear, or experience.
So on the screen are identical twins. So it's not a twin flame or a soul aspect. It's the energy of two people who are almost exact copies of each other because their energy is so similar, and
Mm-hmm.
they came from the same parents, and the same everything is the same about them because their energy is so similar. It's almost this identical twin energy, twin souls, but not twin flames. All I just keep getting twin souls.
Like twin frequencies.
Yes.
Good.
And it's it's like if one incarnated without the other, it would feel incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you're missing a lover, not like you're missing a child, but like you're missing a part of yourself. So when We are between lives. We always write each other into our stories. And before we incarnate, it's like we do an energy merging, is what appears on the screen. Like, what's appearing on the screen are like two Star Wars lightsabers. And when they hit each other, they wind around each other. They're the same color, but when they wind around each other, they make a completely different color all of a sudden. They make each other better, amplify the energy.
Is there anything else you need to understand about your relationship with your sister?
There's always been relationships in other lives. It's mostly sibling.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly sibling, mostly friends. Sometimes parent and child. But that energy doesn't seem to work as well with the energetics of their souls. So on the screen is it works better when the energy is parallel, not when there is in a parent-child relationship, there's perceived the parent is perceived to have power over the child, so to speak,
Yeah.
and vice versa. It's it's showing on the screen that when our energy is parallel, when it's even, as in sibling or friends, is when this energy does the best and works out for the highest good, is not when there's a parent to child relationship. And there's never been a love relationship, as in husband and wife.
Yeah. Good. And then your next question is, why can't you see any ancient past lives when you have past life regression sessions?
On the screen, I'm seeing the universe. I'm seeing all the connections that I have all over the universe. Oh, like a like a web, and it was for my evolution and my journey. It's been more important to first establish my galactic roots and remember my galactic roots
Mm-hmm.
first. I'm seeing it's like a web all over the universe, connecting our universe to other universes.
Yeah.
All these connections are more important to know first
Yeah.
for my evolution and my journey in this incarnation. The remembering of past lives on Earth will come as they're needed.
Good. So I want to ask about the stray cats. Why do you have so many coming to you and staying on the porch? What are their roles?
Cats are protective, first and foremost. There's no shortage of protection. She just said, "Do I really need this much protection?" This answer is twofold. We've led her to place a quantum protection on her property. She has activated a quantum protection on her house and her property. She's also activated it on her phone. This quantum protection is what you call FLFE. Animals and people are all drawn to this protective energy. So when she wonders why these stray cats are led to her property instead of the two dairy farms that are down the road, this is why. They're following the energy. They follow what feels good. And partially because, yes, she does need this much protection. She doesn't realize the magnitude of what she's bringing through.
Yeah.
She doesn't realize the magnitude of the project that she is working on bringing into 3D. She has no idea the forces that are trying to work against her while she's bringing this project into reality. There's so much going on behind the scenes, and we are working so hard to help her bring this technology forth. She needs all the help, all the reinforcements. We have promised her that we will help her make it a reality. This is what we have promised, and this is what she is here to do.
Yeah.
So, we are employing all of our protective measures. Not all of these little protectors will stay. Some will wander away, and she will find homes for some of them. But a lot of them will stay because a lot of them are needed at this time. They're helping to anchor in the light. They're helping to filter the dark forces that are trying to work against her. So, in answer to her question, yes, she does need all this protection right now. She should enjoy it while it's here in these cuddly little packages.
Good, thank you. And speaking of the work that she's trying to bring through, is there anything else she needs to know about her center or any messages regarding that?
She needs to understand that she should not have a picture in her mind of what the finished product is going to look like at this time. There are many possibilities.
Yes.
It's changing every day. The possibilities are changing every day. She just needs to take it one day at a time, one timeline at a time. The end result will be what it is meant to be, so do not try to push it in any certain direction. Only know that the end goal is to have a center for people to come to enjoy this technology and other modalities. Do not have a concrete picture in your mind of what the physical will look like. Just hold the energy of it in your mind. And whether this is a freestanding building or whether this building is attached to the house or whether this building has to be moved to another location, the end goal is all the same. Just don't hold on to a concrete vision of what it must look like.
Question: is there any other connections or maybe the overall connection of the portal that she'd like to know about?
Most of these members are leaders in their own councils, committees, panels, teams, whatever word you'd like to use. Council seems to be the word that is most used in this instance, but most of the members of the portal are part of their own councils or they are head of their own councils that deal with their own portion of galactic life. All of the councils that these portal members are a part of are earth based. Earth based as in they are all they all have been formed to help Earth or to help humans.
Yeah.
So, whether it is a council to help bring healing technology to Earth, which this one is head of, or whether it is a council that is in charge of overseeing grid work, anchoring in the light in the different areas of the Earth. So, whether it is to help Gaia or whether it is to help the human race, all these portal members are part of councils that seek to help Earth and help humans to ascend in some way. They all have their part. They're puzzle pieces to the whole, and the portal members represent almost 100% of all these councils that have been formed to help Earth ascend.
Very good. And is there anything else she should know about her history with the Galactic Council of Earth, the ship, when I asked her to lead and work on this ship?
She enjoyed taking over for you. She got called away. She got called away while she was in the middle of her duties. It looks like someone else took over.
Mm-hmm.
She had to assemble her Earth Alliance team.
Yeah.
That's what she was called to do. That's why she was called away.
Yes.
She has been remembering bits and pieces here and there.
Yes. Do her memories, I know she had some information that kind of came in unclearly about Ra and Toth. Does that have to do with that time? Because I know Ra was very involved in that time with me.
Yes, she she was involved also during
Hmm.
this time. she will slowly remember how.
Yeah. You're good. And is there anything else we need to do on this ship for her healing or integration?
I hear him say scrubbing my DNA. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what that I don't know what that means. Scrubbing it?
Is he removing any dense energy from your DNA or upgrading your DNA or taking information from your DNA?
Like cleaning it.
Yeah.
Oh, cleaning it. Oh, cleaning it so that I have access to all the light in my DNA.
Yeah.
It wasn't it was dirty. He showed me on the screen that like it looks dirty,
Yeah.
almost dusty, like he's dusting it off. And now the light can shine through, and now I have access to all the light in my DNA.
Good.
He's helping me feel lighter. Like I see somebody on the screen like levitating, like walking, not walking, like somebody's going about like their everyday business and 3D stuff, and but he's levitating off the ground. He's not even walking. It's like he's so light, he just floats. He can just float through life and not he's not weighed down. He's just levitating through life.
Beautiful.
That feels like everything.
Good. And just before we leave, let's ask him if there's anything else that I need to know about doing these sessions moving forward as I continue to test them.
He says you can call him Benny. And he enjoyed being your guinea pig. He says as you practice these sessions, they will evolve into a lot more than what you originally thought they would. That you may at some point be having other people help you do these
Mm,
sessions. That these would be good for group sessions
mm,
so that you can reach more than one person at a time. Group healing. He says calling in the person's guides is a very good way to start. that you may want to directly address the person's guides when asking questions, or invite them to answer the questions.
Mm. I just want to make sure and ask if he also means for me to connect with the person's guides telepathically if they can't get information.
Yes. Yes, he says some people aren't as connected. Like me, sometimes I can hear or see, but not all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He says communicating with the person's guides or attempting to would be beneficial.
Good. And is there anything else?
He keeps saying going going down to come up, going down to come up. It's good that you're spending time down in the garden because you need to go down to come up.
Yeah.
So don't feel like you have to rush
Yeah.
that part. Just like with this one in the rainforest, it was good. There was healing in the rainforest. There was healing down.
Yeah.
When you heal down there, it makes it easier up here. So you have to go down to come up. He just keeps saying that.
Great. Thank you. And are there any final messages for you?
Keep connecting. It seems frustrating sometimes, but with practice and less fogginess, you should eventually be able to see and hear. You're already practicing seeing. That's what the blurry vision was. So it'll come. Just keep connecting and don't get frustrated. Moving forward on your path, you should find it easier. There's less stale, stagnant energy that was released on the ship. You'll find it easier to move physically, be physically active and release that energy that you're clearing, because that is one of the most important things that you can do, because clearing others clearing others is what you're doing all day, all night. So being physically active is very, very, very important, and you'll find it much easier. And as you are more physically active, you'll find that you carry less energy on your body, which translates to carrying less physical mass on your body. And don't forget to connect with us and ask us for help. Ask us all the time. We're always here to help in any situation. That's it for now.
So let's thank your guides, your higher self. Let's thank Benny for all the help that he provided. You're going to see yourself going back to where you entered the ship and exiting the ship and floating back down your light body